Good evening and welcome to Charleroi, Pennsylvania, where tonight the California Vulcans entertain the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in exhibition soccer action. I'm Gary Smith. Joining me making his broadcast debut, one of California's finest soccer players, Mr. Omar McPherson. And Omar, California, this is a pretty big game, pretty exciting playing against a team like the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, and I'm looking forward to the firepower that we have up top, like Nick and Nicholas Adlery and Lou Douglas. I think it's going to be an interesting game, so we just wait and see.
Well, California is fresh off the heels of one of the greatest soccer campaigns in school history, advancing all the way to the PSAC final before losing to eventual champion and perennial powerhouse East Stroudsburg. The good play of the Vulcans last year rewarded Coach Dennis Lasky by being named the PSAC Coach of the Year. And you played for Coach Lasky. What's it like to play for a coach with as much enthusiasm as he brings to the sideline?
Well, Lasky is a very calm coach. He's calm and collected. He has been a real influence on the guys, not only with soccer, but also education-wise. Try to let all the guys go to class, get good grades and stuff like that. Well, on the field, he's a bit different. He's stern. He's trying to get the job done and stuff like that. And we'll see the end result tonight with playing against these guys.
Well, you mentioned a little bit at the top the firepower of California. As a matter of fact, they placed 4 players in the top 10 in the PSAC in scoring. As you mentioned, they were led by Thomas Boltnar. He was the first in the PSAC in scoring. He averaged 2.81 points per game. That's 20 goals, 19 assists for 59 points. That placed him 6th nationally in the NCAA Division II standings. Nicholas Adderley was 3rd in the PSAC. He averaged 1.68 points per game, 12 goals, 8 assists, 32 points. Sophomore Lou Douglas chipped in with 1.25 points per game, which placed him 8th in the PSAC. And sophomore Joe Met averaged 1.14 points per game, 8 goals, 8 assists for 24 points. And this is a pretty young team for California. And what do you think this game can kind of build on for next season for California?
First of all, as you said before, California High School has a pretty young team. I've never seen anything like this before in the 4 years I've been playing. Well, this year, last year and this year will be. I've been a great season, and the guys will be in decent shape. And for the future, we're looking to go back to the PSAC finals and hopefully seeing East Stroudsburg again, because I know these guys are fired up to see them next year.
Well, more before they can get to that stage, they got to play tonight's game against the Riverhounds. We're going to take it to a commercial break, and after the break, we're going to come back for this exciting soccer match between the California Vulcans and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Don't go anywhere.
Ba 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 ba. You try.
Beep ba ba bing bang.
Ba ba ba
No,
ba.
I don't know.
He's got it there, but he's got to feel it here.
The joy of living, joy of life, joy of laughing, joy of sight, the joy of cola in your ba 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 ba.
He's got it.
Ba 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 ba. Hey, Pepsi Cola.
Bertolo's is the Mon Valley's only full-line Chrysler dealer with a complete inventory of Dodge cars and trucks, Chrysler Plymouth cars and vans, and Jeep products. Bertolo's is a recipient of Chrysler's prestigious 5-star award for excellence. Service is our main concern, whether you're looking for a new vehicle or our full line of used cars and trucks. Bertolo's, working to make your family a part of ours. Located on Route 88 in North Charleroi, 10 minutes from Interstate 70.
Looking for something? Need it right now? Let your fingers do the walking with Yellow Book. It's great for helping you find what you need, at home and at work. Yellow Book is the complete Yellow Pages, packed with ads, listings, and more of the information you're looking for, even restaurant menus and coupons. Our advertisers pay less, so you get more. Choices, information, and more of what you need. So when you're looking for this, that, or even the other thing, let your fingers do the walking with Yellow Book.
Okay, let's get serious. Okay. We have to talk about this commercial we're supposed to shoot. Okay. Let's have some ideas right now.
We have 21 cold beers on tap. Tell them that. The biggest and best pizzas in the Mon Valley.
Yeah. Everybody's welcome, but you got to be 21.
We're not just a bar. We're a tradition in the Mon Valley.
Or maybe it's the food, the fun, and the good times. You can copy the best, but you can't beat the best. That's PJ McMonagle's and the Hollywood Grill. We're not just a bar, we're a tradition.
And welcome back to Charleroi Cougar Stadium here on the banks of the Monongahela River. We're just about set to kick it off here between the exhibition match between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and the California Vulcans. The Riverhounds will take control, and Easy handles the ball for the Riverhounds, kicks it up to center field. A little bit of a scrum for it as that field is very wet out there. Kicked away, controlled by number 11 for the Riverhounds, Welton Milo. Melo gets knocked over from behind, no call. There's a fight for it, and Milo comes out with it. Good job by California to take it off. But it's taken right back as you saw a lot of water and mud come up on that sliding tackle by Brandon Neese for California. Now the ball is controlled by the Vulcans. Taken by Joe Met. Met clears it out to number 21. That's Thomas Boltnar, leading scorer in the PSAC last year. Gets it down to Lou Douglas. Douglas breaks in the center. Give and go to Nicholas Adderley. Adderley shoots. His shot goes wide, and Omar, a good first possession for the Vulcans.
Yeah, that was a great possession, Gary. I think Nicholas had a little bit more time to shoot that ball. He didn't have to shoot it that quick, but it was a good strike after all because the field is so muddy. Take it back, Gary.
And that results in a goal kick for the Riverhounds. In goal for the Riverhounds, Brian Wells. He sends it out to center field. There's a jump for it, controlled by Pittsburgh. That's number 7, Ben Gary. Gary gets it out to Mello. Mello taps it out to number 16, Jonelle Katzma. There's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Ball's thrown in, taken by Ben Gary. Gary retreats a little bit, now crosses the center line, kicks it down to the corner to Leidy Klotz. Klotz has it taken away by Joe Met, and Met gives it right back off to the Riverhounds. There's a scramble for it, and now California comes up with it. Looks like Darren Vaccaro down there for the Vulcans. Tries to get it to Nicholas Adderley, and it's going to be taken away by the Riverhounds. And Omar, I tell you what, early in this game, with the field as muddy as it is, I would imagine that possession, at least for California early going, is of the utmost importance.
Yes, that is.
Pittsburgh controls at the center, heavily guarded by California. Now dumped down to Milo. Melo fights for it, and there's a big collision between Melo and it looked like number 15, Mike Potskin for California. Long shot sails over the crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick for California. As a goalkeeper for the Vulcans, Jeff Hoffman went up about 12 feet and didn't even touch it, but it was a nice strike for the Riverhounds. And Omar, talk a little bit about the level of play that the Riverhounds play. And we know, for example, California plays NCAA Division II and PSAC. The Riverhounds, they don't play in the MLS, but they are in one of the premier leagues in North America.
Right, they are, and it's just one level above. It's one level below the MLS. The A League has a lot to offer to professional players that's just starting up.
There we saw an offsides call on Nicholas Adderley for California, giving the ball right back to the Riverhounds. As it is a quagmire out there at Cougar Stadium. Riverhounds control Edward Child. Child gets back to kind of hard to pick up the numbers up here. Gets to the center, almost taken by Greg Dakers.
Child's played the through pass.
Controlled by cleared by California, knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Vulcans. Good defense by California. Looks like California's doing a good job of getting in the way of the passes for the Riverhounds. Passed in to Boltnar. Boltnar tries the right side. Gets around. He gets around Tripoli, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Riverhounds. So we've seen in the early going, Omar, California is able to penetrate the defense of the Riverhounds.
Yeah, just a little bit. But we should be seeing much more of that.
Ball back in play, knocked out of bounds by California. Good try by Scott McDavid as he gets it off his shins, knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Taking the throw-in is number 3, John Jones. Jones tosses it into the center. Gets it out to number 11, Welton Mello. Dishes it off to Ezzy. Ezzy kicks it across the center pitch to number 16, Jonelle Katzma. There's a fight for it and taken by California. Good job by the Vulcans, but it's a back-and-forth play right there as California gets the benefit of the back-and-forth toss. Adderley has it knocked out of bounds by Ezzy. It's going to be a throw-in for the Vulcans on the far sideline. Good crowd here. A little bit of human here at Cougar Stadium. A crowd of about 500, maybe about 700 at the most here filling the bleachers. Ball in bounds for California. Boltnar holds it. Plays it back to his own end to number 10, Joe Met. Met gets it right back to Nice. Nice, heavily guarded, gets it out to number 7. That's Greg Dakers. Dakers, nice give and go, but Mike Poskin looking a little bit the wrong way. It's going to be taken by Riverhounds as he comes up with it. There's a battle for it around center field. Nice clearing pass by Pittsburgh. Almost taken by McDavid, and back come the Riverhounds. That's John Jones. Jones, and a nice sliding tackle. They're going to call a foul on Darren Vaccaro. And Omar.
That was a pretty decent, clean play, but I don't know what the referees are seeing right about now.
I think they got a little bit fooled with the amount of mud that came up. Made it look a little bit harder than what it was. Ball.
Yeah, definitely.
As we see the replay over here, tell us what you think about this, Omar.
As you can see, cleanly hit the ball. That's a clean tackle. That's a clean tackle from here, but the referee's seen a different angle down there, so we can't say anything up here.
Ball not going California's way as he takes it on the far sideline. Nice give and go. As there's a collision, and the ball goes California's way. Now taken out by number 12, Edward Child for Pittsburgh. Riverhounds gets it back to John Jones. Jones holds it, waiting for somebody to come open. Now goes to Mello. Mello taps it right back. Good room. California not allowing too much penetration for the Riverhounds early going. Gary tries to get it to the top of the penalty area, and it's cleared by California. It's going to be taken by John Jones as Nicholas Adderley wanted to try and go for it, but Gary had the position. Back come the Riverhounds at center pitch. Back to John Jones as the Riverhounds just reset. 6:17 gone in the first period of a scoreless exhibition match between the Vulcans and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Pittsburgh controls. Jamie Tripoli gets it back out to Mello. Mello fights down the far side with Joe Met, and there's going to be a foul called. Quickly back to plays the ball for Pittsburgh. A shot from, I don't know, about 35 yards taken, looked by Edward Child.
Corner.
It's going to be a corner kick for the Riverhounds. It's the first corner kick we've seen in the game. And Omar, what kind of defense do you think California's going to come out and try and defend this corner kick?
Well, they're gonna put guys in the center of the box, on top of the penalty spot. Guys pressing it first of the ball.
As it was a inbounds play, a header attempted by Ben Gary goes over the crossbar, and it's going to be a goal kick for California. Very good defense by the Vulcans on that corner kick.
Yes, Gary, that was pretty decent by the Vulcans. They're pretty strong in the back too, so we'll see a lot of that stuff all game.
And ball back to action for California, controlled by Boltnar. Boltnar clears it, and he has a man. That's Douglas. Douglas takes it. He gets by the keeper. Douglas moving in on the left side. Centers it. Kick is up. Shot, and a big save by Brian Wells. And I tell you what, that was a pretty close play for California.
And the game is on again. Thomas has it. And it's a pass. Oh. That was decent by them.
Back to action. Riverhounds take it. Kick to the center of the field. Gets it back to John Jones. Jones hold. Waits for somebody to come clear. Gets it right back to 26 David Wright. Wright goes long with the kick to Leidy Klotz. Klotz with a race. Kicked away by Joe Met, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Good defense by California.
Yeah, that was good defense by Joseph Petrovsky.
California picks off the pass. Taken by Nicholas Adderley, unable to take the short hop, and John Jones is going to control for the Riverhounds quickly back down the left side. Nice move. There's going to be a foul called. That's going to be called on Lou Douglas, and looked like the ground played about as much of a part on that foul as Lou Douglas did.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, Omar, in conditions such as this, that the footing's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. There's another foul called against the Vulcans.
And the refs are going to keep calling that call every time. Because if you slip, they're going to call it. They don't want anybody to get hurt at the same time, so they're keeping it clean.
John Jones is set to take the kick for the Riverhounds. Kicks it, goes to the center of the box. Headed up by Pittsburgh, knocked to the corner. Chasing it down is Ben Gary. Gary controls. He's fighting off two Vulcans. The ball's kicked out of bounds. Who's it going to be?
It's a corner for the Riverhounds.
And the Riverhounds getting their second corner kick in about, what did you say, about 2.5 minutes here in the first half? 9:21 gone in the first half. Scoreless between the Vulcans and the Riverhounds. Corner kick coming up for Pittsburgh. And kicks it right into the feet of number 15, Mike Poskin, and California controls. And good job that time by Joe Met coming clearing with the ball. Here he goes. Tries a clearing pass, but the ball just kind of died in that mud out there.
Yep.
And this one's going to be a slobber knocker. John Jones controlling for the Riverhounds. Gets it back to the center. Now Pittsburgh resets it. There's a little bit of giveaway. Nicholas Adderley trying to work in on 4 Riverhounds. Nothing doing as Pittsburgh controls with the ball. Now they're going to try and get it up the right side now. California doing a good job in the first half of forcing Pittsburgh's attack to the sides and not allowing anything too much traffic in the center of the field. Adderley takes the giveaway. Trying to give and go between Adderley and Douglas. Nothing doing. It's going to go right to the person of Brian Wells, and he gets it back to John Jones. 10:26 gone by in the first half. It's scoreless here from Cougar Stadium on the shores of Monongahela River, Charleroi, Pennsylvania. Taken by Gary. Gary trying to give and go. Taken on the left side. Who is that? So there's a fight for it. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Greg Dakers, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Taking the throw-in will be Edward Child.
I'll tell you, Gary, Dakers is a strong defender, and you'll see it all game. It's hard for his opponent to get by him.
Long throw-in taken by California. Boltnar now working, give and go to number 10, Joe Met. Met trying to the left side. He's working on Ezzy. Now goes, and there's going to be an offside call against California as Lou Douglas was just a little bit ahead of the play there for the Vulcans.
I think Joe Met needed to pass that ball a little bit sooner because the Riverhounds are playing good defense. They're stepping up and letting them stay in their offside positions.
Back to action now. Welton, as there's going to be, not sure what call that was there, Omar.
It was just a referee timeout.
Long clearing pass. It's now to Child. Child tries to center it. Nobody home. And California takes the loose ball. Gets it back to Nicholas Adderley. Adderley working on Jones. Throws him down. Still fighting for the ball. Gets it out to, can't quite see who that is. That's number 6, Brandon Neese. Neese gets it out to Mike Poskin, and California controls. Kick down to Boltnar. Boltnar backs up a little bit in his own end. Swings it around to Dakers. Dakers across the center. Goes down to trying to get it to Adderley. Nothing doing. And there's going to be, is that another offside call?
You see what I'm talking? That's not an offside call, but that's a foul. The referees are going to call everything. So California got to keep it down.
John Jones slipping, has his feet go out from under him. It results in a turnover, but nothing doing as Welton kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for California. 12:20 gone by in the first half. Scoreless between the Vulcans and the Riverhounds. The throw-in taken by Potskin. Potskin gives it right to Ezzy, and Pittsburgh comes back. There's a fight on the right side. I can't quite see who's going to come up with it. It's going to be Pittsburgh. Nice give to Childs. Childs. Shot is, well, if we were playing football, that's right between the uprights. Hits an antenna, but it's going to be a goal kick for California. As that ball traveled about, what did you say, about 45, 50 yards in the air before it hit that house across the street?
Hey, Gary, I'm telling you, Dakers is a very strong defender, and that's the reason why that just happened. He didn't give Childs a chance to get over the ball at any time.
So California, the recipient of the kick, will go back on offense. Cleared away, trying to get it to the Boltnar. Pass a little too long, going to be taken by Jones. Boltnar pressuring Jones, as is it's getting a little harder and harder to read the numbers out there as the mud keeps kicking up. Ezzy takes that center pitch, trying to go. Nice defensive play by Dakers, and Dakers kicks it to the left field bleachers. Touch them all, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Throw-in for Pittsburgh. Taken on the far side. Nice give to Tripoli. Tripoli fights his way past a couple of Vulcans. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. He was unable to control. Is that going to be thrown for California? No, it's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds.
The referee is overruling even the linesman.
Pass to the center. So there's a collision between Gary and look like number 22, McDavid. McDavid clears. He's looking down for Douglas. Douglas trying to outrace the Riverhounds. Nothing doing, but it's going to be kicked out of bounds by David Wright. And a throw-in from about midfield for California. Ball inbounded to Adderley. Adderley sends one into the box. It's going to be taken with no problem by Brian Wells, and he quickly throws it back. Taken by, who is that, number 16, Janelle Katzma. Gets it back to Ezzy. Ezzy dishes it off to David Wright, and they're going to set up shop. Pass back to Ezzy. 14:30 gone in the first half. It's scoreless between the Vulcans and the Riverhounds. Long clearing pass intended for number 9, Leidy Klotz, taken by California. That's Joseph Pacheco. Gets it out to Boltnar. Boltnar, nice little tap to Dakers. Dakers, nice give and go between Dakers and Adderley. Dakers working in. And they're going to call a holding call, looks like, against Dakers, and it's going to be Riverhound ball.
Hey, I tell you, man, the Riverhounds have a good gamemanship. Gamesmanship, that's what that's all about, gamesmanship. And they got a lot of that. When you're a good player, you got to do that too.
Dakers back to McDavid. McDavid sends one over the head of everybody. It's going to be taken by Wells. Wells picks it up, just dishes off to David Wright, and back come the Riverhounds. Nice kick up the center of the field. That's going to be taken by Karn. Karn fights off a couple Vulcans. Is this going to be tipped back to Adderley? Adderley looked kind of a little stunned that he got the ball. Nice give to Douglas. Douglas shot on goal, taken by Brian Wells, but a good chance.
Oh, God. Tell me about it.
And that was a good chance taken by California.
He turned the defender inside out. Got a perfect shot on goal.
And so, Omar, earlier on in this game, both teams getting two good chances. Patrico goes down the soggy turf out there. It's going to be taken by California. That's Nice. Nice back to Patrico. Patrico with a, not used to seeing it without the long hair out there. Gets it back to Nice. Nice gets it to Douglas. Douglas fights off a couple of players. Now it's going to be taken back by Jones. Jones dishes it off to Tripoli. Tripoli goes long, being taken by Patrico. Patrico looks it over, kicks it up to Brandon Nice. Nice back to Vaquero. And it's picked off by Pittsburgh. Here comes Phil Karn. Karn going down the right side to Welton. Welton dishes it to the center. Nice kick, and that's going to be a goal for the Riverhounds. That's going to be scored by number 16, Janelle Katzma, at the 16:34 mark, and the Riverhounds take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we had a breakdown in defense. We got to get the ball out of the defense.
I tell you what, Omar, that was just pretty passing on the part of the Riverhounds.
That was, but it's caused by a breakdown in defense.
Do you think the wet turf had a little bit to play on that?
Yeah, it has.
California not getting back.
That too.
And you tell you the truth, Omar, that's really the first really good scoring chance by the Riverhounds, and I think if California...
We had more chances than the Riverhounds did. We had two great chances, but we didn't finish them.
Back to action now. The Riverhounds take control of the ball. Long pass to Edward Child. Child is going to have it taken by Patrico. Patrico working against Child. Patrico doing everything he can to get by him. Now he does. Clears it out of there. Gives it right. There's a big collision between Douglas. This going to be knocked out of bounds. I think they're going to say it went off of Ben Gary, and it's going to be California ball. Quickly inbounded to Boltnar. Boltnar double teamed. Good job of Boltnar, and he gets tripped, and it's going to be a foul against the Riverhounds. And correct me if I'm wrong, Omar, but I believe that's the first foul called against the Riverhounds. Adderley working, takes the pass on the right corner, works his way out, touches it right back to McDavid. McDavid back to Adderley. Adderley tries the right side, tries to get it by Jones. Nothing doing. Nice tackle down there by Met, and they called an infraction against California. It'll be Riverhounds ball. 18:03 gone in the first half. 1-0 is your score. The Riverhounds lead our Vulcans. Taken by McDavid. McDavid back to Poskin. Poskin tries to get it into Boltnar. Boltnar centers it weakly to the top of the area, and it's going to be taken by the Riverhounds. So California doing a good job of keeping the action on the Riverhounds' end of the field. There's a fight between Ezzy and Boltnar. It's going to be taken by Ezzy, and the Riverhounds control. I think, Omar, if California get a couple good quality touches down on this end, they might be able to break down the defense of the Riverhounds.
Yeah, they will. They got a few chances already. We got to stop playing with it in the back like that and get it out, you know.
Pacheco gets it out to Dakers. Dakers going down the right side, trying to get it to Adderley. And I tell you what, it looked like it just slid off the side of his foot and went out of bounds.
Exactly. That's what happened.
19 minutes gone by in the first half. 1-0 is your score. The Riverhounds lead our Vulcans 1-0.
It's starting to get chilly.
Chilly and wet, and I tell you what, it's got to be a war out there on the field. There's going to be a little bit of a push in the back called against Potskin. It's going to be Riverhounds kick from the center. Just going to be taken by Welton. Welton goes along the right. Gets it by. Nice kick down the right side. Nice defense by Met. Met heads it out, but he's unable to keep his balance. It's going to be taken right back by the Riverhounds. I tell you what, Omar, this Riverhound team is awfully quick out there. John Jones takes it, volleys it down. Nice play by number 9, Lady Klotz. Shot taken by Karn. Save made. That's a big save by Jeff Hoffman for the Vulcans. And talk about a confidence booster. Yeah. That was a really good chance taken by Phil Karn. Quickly back is Boltnar. Boltnar to Adderley. Nice give and go, but ball was played a little bit behind Douglas, and back come the Riverhounds. Karn, who just had that excellent chance a second ago, dishes it right back. Good defense by Nice. And there's going to be a call against the Riverhounds and California ball. The kick will be taken by Brandon Nice. And Dakers was also in on that little bit of a scrum at center field. Given right back to Gary. Gary sets up shot. Goes along the right side. Going to be disrupted by Potskin, but taken right back by the Riverhounds. Centering pass. Taken by Patrico. He slips. Shot by Karn. Good job of Patrico to get back and slide down with the tackle. Now with Child. Child goes to the corner. It's going to be kicked. Now did it go over the goal line or the sideline?
It's a throw-in.
It's going to be a throw-in. A good job of, who was that? Was that Poskin down there in the corner?
That was
Scott McDavid.
Scott McDavid.
The throw-in taken by Boltnar, and Boltnar is going to control for California. As you can see right there, as who was that further around slipping down? Looked like number 12, Edward Child, just had his feet go out from under him, and anything in the center of the field and towards this one sideline here is very, very suspect footing. Centering pass, no good. Headed out of there by Patrico, and back come the Vulcans. Boltnar, a long pass down the right side looking for Lou Douglas. Nothing doing. It's going to be controlled by David Wright, and the Riverhounds set up shop. 21-21 gone in the first half. The Riverhounds lead 1-0. It looks like Nicholas Adderley got a little bit of mud in the eyes. He was a little reluctant to rejoin the play. And how much of a factor is that, Omar, with the mud and the grass flying up there on a field like this? I mean,
it's just like running in sand, Gary. It's just like running in sand. Your legs are going to feel like jello at halftime, and it's going to be unbelievable. You just got to go relax, put your legs up, and get back for the second half.
The Riverhounds control. Welton has his shot, or has his pass knocked back by Joe Met. And now, who is that? Number 16, Janelle Katzma centers it. Headed away by California, but a misplayed ball there by Scott McDavid. He gets to it before it goes out. Nice little move there as he turned Edward Child inside out, and he goes down the right side, back on offense. Gets it off to Adderley. Adderley just bounces it off the body. Who is that down there? That's off the body of number 20, Jem in Tripoli. And it'll be a throw-in for the Vulcans. California's played pretty even with the Riverhounds, except for that one lapse on the defensive end. This has been a very evenly played ball game. Nice goes to the right side to Vaccaro. Vaccaro tries the left. Goes down to Lou Douglas, and Douglas has a go. Excuse me, that's not Lou Douglas. That's Joe Met. Met has a go off his shin, was unable to control it. And back come the Vulcans. Nice gets it to Met again. Met gets it right back out to Potskin. Potskin centers it. It's going to be too high and going to be taken in the air by Brian Wells. And he just nonchalantly places it back down, and back come the Riverhounds. Kick back to Gary. Ben Gary dishes it off to the right side to Edward Child. Child, nice give and go. A little bit of contact right there. A nice sliding tackle by Patrico. This could be knocked over the side, and Scott McDavid not going to get away with it, I don't think, as he tried to quickly throw it back in.
Hey, Gary, I didn't really think that Patrico would play sweeper, but he's doing a great job out there.
He's proving you wrong. You said that whenever we were talking in the beginning. Yeah. You saw that. And we see here on the replay.
Ooh,
nice tackle there.
It's great by tackle.
Patrico. A little bit.
He really surprised me. I know he could play midfield, but I didn't know he could sweep like that. I guess he played the wrong position off the 4 years he played for California. 4 years.
He's going to take the kick for California. Gets it back up to Potskin. Potskin fighting off Edward Child, unable to do this. Child takes the ball right from Potskin. Gets it to... He got it out to number 9, Lady Klotz, and a little bit of too much contact there by the Vulcans. Going to be kicked for the Riverhounds. 24-15 gone in the first half. 1-0 is your score. The Riverhounds here from Cougar Stadium on the banks of Monongahela in Charlotte, Pennsylvania. The Riverhounds on the attack. Goes to the right side to Child. Child holds. Being guarded by McDavid. Centers it back to Child. Child centers it to the far side. Controlled there in the box. Chip shot no good by Karn. It's going to be taken by Thomas Boltnar, now taken right off of Boltnar's foot by Joe Met. And California gets out of the danger right there as Jonelle Katzma goes back to take it for the Riverhounds. Now John Jones will control as the Riverhounds set up shot. Nice little move there by Jones to blow right by Nicholas Adderley. Adderley comes back with a tackle in the back, and they're going to call a foul on Nicholas Adderley. It's going to be a kick for the Riverhounds. We see here on the replay, Adderley just unable to swing his body around on the tackle. Came close, though.
The only reason why he got fouled for that is because he came from behind. He got our ball.
The shot got through to Jeff Hoffman. A good job of covering up the loose balls. I tell you what, I don't know who that was there for the Riverhounds, as the number's a little bit muddy, but he was right there faster than you can say shot. Back come the Vulcans. Potskin goes down the right side to Douglas. Douglas has it go off his head and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Now we're in the last couple minutes. The Riverhounds have taken a little bit of the momentum since that goal. As we see Edward Child coming free, tries to center it. Going to be taken by Welton. Welton down the right side tries to set up. Chip shot is up, and it's going to go. And that's going to be a goal for, no, excuse me, went to the back. I was getting a little bit excited there.
It's a goal kick. You were close. It's a goal kick.
I saw the net go in the back, and I tell you what, from the angle we're at, it looked like he got the angle. So that looked like a little bit of a case of too much time for Welton, as he held it just a little bit too long.
Right.
California dodges the bullet, and back to action we are. 26-22 gone by in the first half. As he controls for the Riverhounds, haven't called his name too much. Ball goes right off of the referee. Going to be taken by McDavid. McDavid back to Adderley. Adderley has it picked right off by John Jones. Nice take back by McDavid. Back to Jones. Jones shoves Patrico. Nothing called. Karn takes it back to Jones, and it's going to be, what do they call there, Omar?
He's calling a free kick.
And I tell you what.
I'll tell you, look at this.
That's just a good old hand to the face on the part of John Jones.
Well, I tell you, man, they couldn't. Petrovsky couldn't stop, and Welton couldn't stop it as well. You know.
So it's going to be a kick for the Riverhounds. Going to be taken by Jones. Nice give goes from Jones to Tripoli. Tripoli goes on right. Some heavy contact there. It's going to be knocked out by California. And here comes Met. Met has it go a little too hard off his foot, taken by Izzy. Back to Jones. Jones tries to centers. It's volleyed deep into California territory. Is going to be taken by the goalkeeper, Hoffman. Hoffman gets it to Patrico. 27-35 gone by in the first half. 1-0 is your score here from Cougar Stadium. Back to Vaccaro. Vaccaro goes long down the left side. He's trying to get it to Adderley. Adderley working on Ezzy. Frees himself a little bit. Now sets up shot. Gets right back to Boltnar. Boltnar gets an elbow in his face. Nothing called. And it's going to be taken by Tripoli. Tripoli back to Karn. Karn goes down the right side to, can't quite make out the number who that is. He dishes off to Welton. Welton back to Karn. Karn the header, and he gets it by Hoffman, and that's the second goal for the Riverhounds at the 28:09 mark. Makes it 2-0 on a beautiful header by Phil Karn.
And you see in the replay, he just got in behind the defenders.
And that's the second. That's the second goal we've seen in that situation. Just a little bit of a volley.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the result. It's going to be a goal for the Riverhounds. So we got
whenever the Riverhounds go down the right side, there's always a guy left on the back post of the California.
It looked like the Riverhounds made a substitution. Travis Cruzy is in the game for the first time. I believe California made a substitution. John Zamiski is also in the game as the Riverhounds control. Leidy Klotz gets it back out to Cruzy. Cruzy back to Ezzy. Ezzy makes a nice move by Met. Met tries to recover and can't do it. Gets it out to Wilton. Wilton out to Tripoli. Nice tackle by Dakers, and he knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Doing the honors will be Edward Child. Volleyed back to Child. Gets it off to Cruzy. I tell you what, I'm so glad they put Cruzy in the game because you can make out his number there. Not a speck of
speck of mud on him yet. Welton goes to the corner, working against Neese. Neese struggles for it. He gains control of the ball for California. Good job of defense by Neese, but he kicks it out, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Hounds. Throw-in to Katzma. It's going to be batted around for by McBride, taken by Boltnar. Boltnar just clears it, gets it out to Nicholas Adderley. Adderley tries to move against John Jones, and John Jones has been on him like a fly on fly paper. It's going to be knocked out. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Physical play out there on both sides of the ball. Patrica as it goes over his head. Good job of Hoffman to recover and smother that ball before something bad could have happened. I tell you what, it's been a hard-fought first half. Patrico gets tackled and the ball taken away by Tripoli. Cleared out to Welton, back to Cruzy. Cruzy goes far side. Held there on the far side by the Riverhounds. Now cleared down the right side. It's going to be taken by Ezzy. Ezzy, a strong shot from the right side, misses. And it's going to be a goal kick for California. And Omar, the Riverhounds starting to turn it up just a little bit here in intensity.
Well, hey, what are you going to say? The guys are getting a little bit tired. But the Riverhounds is knocking around the ball and letting the ball do the work while California is trying to dribble the ball in the mud. And that's going to wear them down real quick.
We're at the 31-minute mark here in the first half, so about 14 minutes left to go on the running clock. Boltnar fighting on the right side, taken by Zimiski. Zimiski back to Boltnar. Boltnar on the far side. Tries to get it to Douglas, and there's going to be a big collision by Douglas and Ezzy, and it's going to be California balls. There was a big collision on the side. Yep. I tell you what, I was walking. We see here on the replay.
I think Lou fouled him on the first go, but he's got him on the second try.
Lou getting away with a little bit of an acting job out there. This is going to be a kick for California from the far side. Going to the center, it's kicked over everybody's head, and that takes a little bit of an unfortunate bounce for California as McDavid was giving pursuit, but it just hit hard off of that wet turf and just skipped
all the way over the touchline.
I want to make a point whenever that Douglas and Ezzy collided there. I was walking out from the tunnel the same time the Riverhounds. I was walking right next to Ezzy, and I wouldn't want to run into him. That man is a monster. He probably goes about 6'3". I don't have his stats right here. Maybe 6'1", between 6'3", and it's solid muscle. I thought I was walking next to a brick wall. We're back to action. Met tries to challenge the kick. Nothing doing. Going to be taken by Child. Good defense there by California. That was Neese. Neese back to McBride. McBride slips a little bit. Regains his composure. It's going to be tackled out of bounds by number 12. That's Edward Child.
McDavid is about to take the throw-in.
Gets it into Boltnar. Boltnar fighting hard. Now gets it back out to Neese. Neese controls. Gets it back into his own end. California's going to reset up the shot. Gets it out to gets it back to Patrico. Patrico surveys the field under a little bit of pressure. Gets it out to Neese. Neese takes a little bit of a hit. Back to McBride. McBride back to Dakers. Dakers gets it to Boltnar. Boltnar tries to get it to Adderley. Ezzy falls down, and the pass goes all the way across the line. No, excuse me. John Jones saves it and gets it back for the Riverhounds. I thought it was going to go over the end line, but no harm, no foul. But there's a foul there. And it's going to go against California. They're going to call it on Darren Vaccaro. It'll be a kick for the Riverhounds. And I tell you what, it looks like someone has taken a cheese grinder to this field. We got here about 4:45, and the field was a nice emerald green, and now it looks like someone took a cheese grinder to it, exposing the mud underneath. It's going to be a throw-in for California. Or it's going to be McBride doing the honors. And this has, I think, been the deepest it's been a throw-in for California. Excuse me, that was McDavid on the throw-in. Got a little ahead of myself. It's going to be taken by John Jones down the right side for the Riverhounds. Goes to the right. Nice defense there by California, but it skips through. Skip through all the way to Karn. Karn gets it back. As there's a big collision, nothing called. It's going to be taken by Hoffman. Hoffman gobbles it up, and he'll throw it quickly right into the chest to Welton. Nice save by Hoffman. He'll knock it out of bounds. That'll be a corner kick for the Riverhounds. I tell you what, Hoffman has been doing some acrobatics down there in goal for the Vulcans in this game. This is the third corner kick of the ball game for the Riverhounds. California has yet to take one. And about how many set plays do these teams have from the corner, Omar?
It all depends. They probably have like 3 or 4 plays for each game.
The shot there by Jones travels over the goalpost. It's going to be a goal kick for the Vulcans. 35 minutes gone by in the first half. The score, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2, the California Vulcans nothing. The Vulcans controlled I'd say about the first 8 to 9 minutes of the ball game. Then the Riverhounds were able to get a goal and slowly were able to take control. But California playing, for the most part, pretty good. And really, the 2 goals by the Riverhounds that they scored, really kind of fluky goals.
Yeah, they were just lapped by the defenders.
Speaking about defenders, good job by Joe Met getting back on defense. Ball is cleared, going to be cleared all the way back to David Wright. Wright holds. Just volleys it down to Tripoli. Tripoli back to the far side to Welton. Welton back to Cruzy. Cruzy still without a speck of mud on him. Holds, tries to just chip it back. Nothing doing as Adderley gets back and in his face. Back to Wright. Wright gets it back to Edward Childs. My notes are going flying as a gust of wind just swept through here. John Jones takes it for the Riverhounds. Back to Wright. Wright holds. Goes down. And a good challenge by McBride. McBride gets it back to Douglas. Douglas working one-on-one against Wright. Here comes Douglas. Douglas unable to get by Wright. Wright doing a good job. But here comes Boltnar. And they're going to call a foul against Lou Douglas. And I tell you what, Omar, that was pretty close.
Yeah, that was pretty close. I didn't see the play.
It looked like Douglas got sandwiched between the two, and I don't know if they say he got a foot up a little too high or an elbow.
Probably.
But that was a pretty good opportunity for California as the ball goes right off of the hands of, who was it down there? The muddy number 12, Edward Child. And back to action. Boltnar looking for Adderley. Nothing doing. He just sails into the area, taken by the goalkeeper Brian Wells, and he throws it right back to John Jones. 36:50 left to go, 36:50 gone here in the first half, rather. 2-0, the Riverhounds lead. Nice challenge there by Vaquero. Vaquero gets it to McBride. Good job of McBride keeping it in bounds, and here come the Vulcans on the attack. Down to Adderley. Adderley down the right side. Centers it to Ezzy. Ezzy heads it, and he's going to head it over the goal line. That'll be the first corner kick of the ball game for the Vulcans. And that play was made about the 45-yard line, if you were watching this on a football field, by McBride, being able to muscle it and keep it in play.
Right.
And who's going to be taking the corner kick? Looked like it was Boltnar. Nice give and go. Boltnar tries to weave it through traffic. Nothing doing. It's going to be headed out, and it's going to be a throw-in for California. So instead of taking a direct kick, they just played it up short to Boltnar.
That's one of their plays.
Back come the Riverhounds. Carnes to Cruzy. Cruzy flying. Gets it back. California able to come back, and there's going to be a foul by Vaquero. As looked like Vaquero he was in between going for the tackle and holding up, and it looks like his feet just got caught up on that wet surface out there. 38 minutes gone by in the first half. Back to Cruzy. Cruzy unable to get a good play on the ball. Have to kick it back to John Jones. Jones looks like he's played about 3 games if you go by his jersey. And Edward Child unable to keep it in. It's going to be a throw-in for California. McBride doing the honors. Gets it out to Boltnar. Boltnar goes long for Adderley. Adderley has a step. Here comes Nicholas Adderley down the right side. Takes the shot to the far post. Just missed. And I tell you what, Omar, that missed by about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, he did. Oh, gosh.
And we were watching in practice, and I tell you what, Adderley was placing those balls right in the corner, left and right.
Right in the corner. A little bit of luck.
And here we have it on the replay.
Hello?
Oh, it's just flew right by.
So it's going to be a goal kick for Wells. Adderley's had about 2 good chances here in the ball game for California. California, while they're down 2-0, they've had a lot of good chances here in the first half.
They do. The game could be tied right about now. They had like 3 great chances.
39 minutes gone by in the first half. Cruzy controls midfield. Gets it back to Welton. Welton. Back to Cruzy. Cruzy working on McBride, and McBride just sticking his foot down. And McBride trying to pull a little bit of the old five-finger discount there. Referees wouldn't buy it as inbounded.
That's all gamesmanship. You should always pick up the ball. Some referee will give you the call because you picked the ball up.
Welton now takes a long shot, and that's going to go in for the Riverhounds. That's going to make it 3-0 as Welton with a blistering shot out of nowhere.
And here's the replay. Welton's.
That's just a rocket.
That was
I tell you what, I don't think there's anything to do in a shot that was that well placed and coming in that hard.
Yeah, I think it caught the keeper by surprise too.
What caught me by surprise? I thought he was just setting up to reset, and he just
I
took
didn't
that
really
quick
see
shot.
it. I didn't really see it because I was looking at my stack here.
So that's the third goal scored for the Riverhounds. 40 minutes gone by in the first half. Inbounds for California. This is going to be a throw-in. California in the area. Going to be taken by Boltnar. Boltnar shoots. It hits ton of players. Boltnar gets the rebound and is going to kick it long. And
I'm telling you, California is getting a lot of chances, but they're just not putting them away.
Well, I tell you what, this game would be, it's easy to say this game would be different if they scored a couple of goals right here in the first half. But really, what sticks out in my mind, the first chance they had when they kicked the ball right, I think it was Nicholas Alley kicked it right into the stomach of Brian Wells, and then Adderley again missing by about a foot and a half. And then Welton coming back for the Riverhounds and blasting pretty much a surprising shot from where he took it from. But that's why they played two halves. Boltnar clears it down for Adderley. Adderley giving a foot race, gets by the keeper, and there's heavy contact, nothing called. And there's oh man.
Oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Got to keeper took his legs out.
California getting the throw in. Adderley gets it back to Boltnar. Boltnar going to McBride. McBride trying to fight for possession. That's Dakers. Dakers volleys it and going to be kicked out there. McBride fighting on the side, gets it back to Dakers. Dakers sends one into the box, trying for a header. Nothing doing, and there's going to be, I don't know what they called there, Omar.
That was a foul, and Lou Dakers pushing off right there just now.
So it's going to be a kick for
the Riverhounds.
About 3 minutes left in the first half, so we're at the 42-minute mark. Cruzy tries to send it through, and he does get it through, and I didn't quite see who kicked it out of bounds for the Riverhounds, but giving chase for California was Darren Vaquero. And I tell you what, we haven't called his name very much, but Vaquero's playing a pretty effective game in the midfield for California. He's making the challenges, he's marking his man pretty effectively. Boltnar. Right back to Nice. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in.
Need a little bit of communications right there. Communication. As the ball will slide right between Lou Douglas and Dakers.
Carr now working. It's going to be knocked off the hands of McBride. Back to Patrico. Patrico gets it back. Patrico going down the right side. Gets it to Nice. Gets it back to McBride as there's a puddle of water flying when he takes the ball. McBride kicks it right off the legs of Jamin Tripoli, and it'll be a throw-in for the Vulcans. About 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Throw in for the Vulcans, taken by Adderley, but it's knocked away. Taken by number 7, Gary. Gary back to Cruzy. Nice little play there by Cruzy. Get it to Jones. Jones, fancy footwork. There's a little bit of a clutch and grab going on between Cruzy and Thomas Boltnar. Jones going to play it right back to the keeper. And Wells just going to play it around. And Omar, this situation, if you're up by 3-0 like the Riverhounds are, do you just kind of play defensively, not trying to give up any more goals going into the first half? Or excuse me, not allowing that goal for the opposition to get back into the game before the end of the first half?
You try not to give the opponents a shot back at it. So you try to play some defense, but at the same time you attack.
An attack they are right now. As there's 1 minute left to go in the first half. Cleared by McBride. Taken all the way back by Wright. Wright's going to play it right back into the legs of Brian Wells. Wells back to Wright. Gets it out to John Jones. I hope to goodness they give these Riverhounds some new jerseys at halftime, or fresh jerseys, because can't even see the numbers anymore. Taken by Jamin Tripoli back to Jones. Jones holds. Sets up shop. About 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Gets it right back to Child. Child, hold. Nice little punch. Nice give and go to Child. Child trying to control it. It's going to go across the end line. It's going to be a goal kick for California. So we probably only have about 15 seconds left to go here in the first half. Gary Smith being joined by one of California all-time great soccer players, Omar McPherson. I know, Omar, you'd rather be down there playing instead of sitting here in the booth, but we appreciate your presence right here.
Most definitely.
It's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds, and that's going to do it for the first half. Is Jeff Hoffman gobbling it up at the whistle, and the score at the end of the first 45 minutes of play, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 3 and the California Vulcan 0. No more. Let's talk a little bit about what you saw from both sides here in the first half.
Well, I see the Riverhounds spreading the ball around, knocking it around these college players. They had majority of possession, and due to a certain lapse in defense, they have 3 goals. But they're still knocking it around and playing very good.
And it's been a hard-fought first half by both teams, and I tell you what, a couple breaks here and there could be easily a 3-2 ball game, 2-2 ball game, or it could be California up 2-0.
Yeah,
I mean,
it could be. California had some great chances, and I'm telling you, all we got to do is finish those chances, and the game would be different.
And we're going to
change the shape of the game.
We're going to send it to halftime right now. Coming up after halftime, we're going to have an interview with Rick Olszewski. Going to talk a little bit about the exciting soccer development going in at Rodman Park. So the score at halftime, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 3, the California Vulcan 0.
Grindstone is the place where you'll find the helpful hardware folks. Rather than buy an expensive piece of equipment for that tough project, rent from Ace Hardware's extensive rental department. Hand tools, air tools, cement mixers, carpet shampooers, welders, sewer snakes, even a ditch witch. All tools that can make your project and life much easier. Call Ace Hardware's rental department at 785-4100 to find out more about that piece of equipment you need. Ace Hardware, Route 40 East in Grindstone. Everything you need in just one place.
I'm a pretty strong guy, but when I was real little, my mom was worried. She only had a tiny job. There wasn't enough money for everything. But something good happened. She found out about WIC. You ever hear about WIC? That's where moms can get good food for small kids and babies, and it's free. The people there are really nice. They help Mom a lot to make sure I was growing strong and healthy. Mom says WIC worked wonders for both of us.
Let WIC work for you. Call 1-800-WIC-WINS.
Welcome to Paletta Ford. Same people, different location.
Paletta Ford is cars. Paletta Ford is trucks. Paletta Ford is SUVs. Paletta Ford is service. Paletta Ford is people.
And remember, don't just get a Ford, get a Paletta.
How does an ordinary shirt like this become an extraordinary shirt like this? It's Battellini's, the Mon Valley's largest volume screen printing and monogramming specialist. Whether your employees need uniforms or the football team needs shirts, Battellini's can do it all with their state-of-the-art computerized monogramming equipment. And if your group needs a fundraising idea, Battellini's also carries 30,000 different promotional items like pens, water bottles, glassware, and more. For your next screen printing and monogramming job, call the one that does it all. Battellini's.
Welcome back to Cougar Stadium here on the banks of the Monongahela River. We're at halftime of the exhibition soccer match between the California Vulcans and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. The score: the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 3, the California Vulcans nothing. And as exciting as this game is, there's a little bit of an exciting atmosphere happening up at Adamson Stadium in Rodman Park. And here to discuss that with us is Rick Olszewski. And Rick, if you could just tell us a little bit about the new soccer development going in up at Rodman Park.
Yes, in about 60 days we're going to start construction of phase 1 of the Rodman Park Soccer Complex. It's a 3 or 4 phase project to build 15 fields that will eventually be lighted so you can play into the evening. Phase 1 will be completed by the end of August and be ready for play because the grass has to grow for a couple seasons. We'll be ready to play next spring, and then we will immediately start phase 2. Phase 1 consists of 7 new fields, and Phase 2 will finish the other 15 fields, and then we'll come back in Phase 3 and do things like paving parking lots, concession stands, locker rooms, and things like that, lighting, and all the fields will have irrigation and drainage, and it's going to be a premier soccer complex in this area. And so it's real exciting, and this has been a long process. We've started this back in 1997 along with Pennsylvania U.S. Soccer Association, who foot half the bill for the feasibility study, and it's taken this long to finally break ground. But we're all happy that Phase 1 is going to finally take place.
About how many players a summer for the different camps do you think this complex is capable of accommodating throughout a course of a summer, or a course of a couple of different sessions throughout the summer, maybe in the fall or the early spring?
I don't have exact numbers on that, because we do more than soccer there. We do football camps, we do some band camps, along with the soccer and other things, even some track and field events too, track and field camps. But Pennsylvania West Soccer has about 55 youth players. Both the California Youth Soccer Association and the Beth Center Youth Soccer Association home fields are at Rodman Park, and they will, after Phase 1 is completed, will be assigned, a field that'll be theirs, to play on, like their own home field.
Just one last question. How do you feel this facility is going to rate among the other the state schools, the PSAC? I know you've been to a number of them following the soccer team around the PSAC. Where does this rate in facilities around the state system?
No one else in the state system has anything like this. The nearest facility like this would be up in Erie. It's called Family First, and it's a privately held. It's a commercial operation. So this is the first one, that's at a university, and we'd like to continue to grow this, more than 15 fields. Hopefully get more than that. So it's a good project for the community and for the soccer program in Western Pennsylvania.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to talk about this exciting development happening at Rodman Park. We're going to throw it back to commercial, and we'll be back after the commercial break for the start of the second half between this match between the California Vulcans and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Once again, your score at halftime: the Riverhounds 3, the Vulcans nothing.
At home, in the workplace, on the playing field, injuries can strike at any time in a variety of ways. At NovaCare Outpatient Rehabilitation, our highly skilled and licensed therapists offer expert patient care and individualized treatment plans. With many centers in the Delaware Valley, NovaCare is conveniently located to get patients of all ages on the road to recovery. For a NovaCare center near you, call 1-800-770-NOVA.
QSP. There's only one place where you can find this sign of excellence, this sign of risk-free purchasing, this sign of quality select products. You'll find a QSP symbol on the best of the best brands at Highway Appliance and Television. Our on-site warehouse and service department are also here for your complete satisfaction. Factory-trained technicians and customer service professionals. At Highway, there's more to saving money than just low prices. Highway Appliance and Television, Route 88 in Dunleavy.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in January of 1998. I didn't know what to expect.
We want our patients to understand cancer and to know that there's always hope.
Our treatments are more effective than ever before.
We have a committed staff that cares for our cancer patients.
I'm a survivor. That's why MVH is all the hospital I need.
And welcome back to Charleroi, Pennsylvania, at Cougar Stadium for the second half of the exhibition soccer match between the California Vulcans and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. The score at the end of one half, we see the Pittsburgh Riverhounds leading by the score of 3-0. Goal scorers for the Riverhounds: number 2, Phil Karn, put in a header. Number 11, Welton, put in a heck of a laser beam shot from about 35 yards out that fooled everybody, including me and Omar, and most importantly, the goalkeeper, Jeff Hoffman, for California. And the final goal was scored by number 20, Jamin Tripoli. Omar, despite the score, pretty evenly played first half.
Yes, definitely. The Riverhounds have a little bit more possession and less chances than California did. California had more chances, but just going to put them away. And that's the only problem they're having right now. Because if they put those chances away, they'll be up 4-3.
The two best chances for California in the first half came from the foot of Nicholas Adderley. Probably in the first 5 minutes, he broke free and was unfortunately he put it right into the stomach of Brian Wells.
Right, and also Lou got a chance like that too, where he turned the defender inside out, and all he had to do was slide it in the corner, and he hit it straight to Wells.
We're back to action as California took the kick. Thomas Boltnar kicks it across the sideline. It'll be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. We have a plethora of substitutions out there now in the game for the Riverhounds. Number 19, Jeremy Bollinger. Number 14, Anhil Revio. And I'm trying to see if there are any other clean jerseys out there.
There's one right here.
And there's one right here. Good eye. And that's, let's see. We'll get them to you as we go along.
And guess who's in the game? The newly acquired defender from Argentina. His name is Ricardo
Iribarren. And hopefully he won't touch the ball too much here for the Riverhounds. That's a heck of a name. As there's a takeaway by California, Joe Met gets it out to Boltnar. Boltnar cuts in, now backs up, and he resets the offense. Boltnar, a dangerous scorer, averaged well over 2 points a game last season for the Vulcans. Gets across to Nice. Nice to the far side to Dakers. Dakers sends a long shot over the upright, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Riverhounds. And Omar, I'm trying to look out there for the Vulcans. I'm trying to see if there's any substitutions. I don't see any as of yet.
No, they returned the way they went off.
So it's going to be a goal kick for the keeper, Brian Wells. 32 of playing time has elapsed in the total game, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes here in the second half. Header taken by California. That's Nice. Nice backs it all the way up to Patrico. Patrico does a little bit of a dance. Now gets it right out to the side to Vaccaro. Vaccaro sends it down the side. Taken strongly by Janelle Katzma. Katzma gives it right back to Nice. Nice down the right side to Zimiski. Zimiski gives it right back. And now he takes it right back, rather. Goes across the field to number 10, Met. Met's playing a pretty good ball game on both ends of the field for California. Long pass to Adderley. Does Adderley have the speed to get around? He does not, as there's a bump there between Adderley and number 23, Nick Terlecki. Terlecki.
And I guess Nick got to be a little bit stronger on the ball, because they're just pushing him off the ball. They did it on one of his shots, too.
Cruzy gets it out, trying to get it to number 2, Karn. Karn has it taken away by Boltnar. Boltnar kicks it right off the head of a Riverhound as it goes in the air, taken by the Riverhounds. Taken. Adderley had a step, but wasn't able to get by number 23, Nick Terlecki. Terlecki playing good position on the defense for the Riverhounds. Back come the Riverhounds. Kicked up to
Ricardo
Iribarren. There's a big collision at about the 20-yard line. Taken by the Riverhounds. Back they come. Number 19, Bollinger. Bollinger, unopposed, almost 3/4 of length down the field. Dishes it off to Katzma. Katzma. Nice give-and-go play. Katzma comes up with a loose ball. Now it's taken by Bollinger, and there's going to be a whistle, and it's going to be, I believe, was that offsides, Omar? I couldn't quite tell what the call was.
I think it's a handball. That was a handball just now, Gary.
So a handball results in a California possession, and there's going to be another.
That's a foul, a holding foul on number.
Looks like that's number
8.
Let's try and see. Let's see if we can figure this out. It's not number 2. That's not John Jones. He's on the bench. I think that might be number 9, Leidy Klotz. Yes, it is. I tell you what, it's so hard to pick those black numbers off the gray jersey, especially when they're all wet and muddy. So forgive us, any Riverhounds fans who are watching this game, and say that's not who that was. He's not even in the game. He didn't even make the trip. You're calling his name.
Yeah, probably not.
There's a big collision on the far side, taken up by California. Adderley tries to play it through, taken back by Iribarren. Now back to Cruzy. Cruzy gets it to Bollinger. Bollinger crosses midfield. dishes it down to Katzma. Katzma gives it right back. And it's going to be taken by Lou Douglas. Douglas trying to play a ball for Met. Met unable to keep it in bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. As we're about 4 minutes into the second half here. 3-0 is your score. Riverhounds lead our Vulcans. There's a big collision between Lou Douglas and I didn't see the Riverhound who he ran over.
Nick
Looks like Nick Terlecki. As we see here on the replay. Terlecki takes it, and Douglas goes for the ball. Looks like he got it cleanly.
That's a clean tackle. I'm telling you, man, the referees, I think they're seeing the game from a different angle, too.
Long ball taken by California. That's Dakers. Dakers kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. Doing throw-ins. Revio inbounds it. Taken by Terlecki. Terlecki has a strip by Met. Met gets it back out to number 6, Nice. Nice goes across court to McBride. McBride gives it right back. There's a strong shot taken by the Riverhounds. There's a pile-up, and somehow it gets into the hands of Jeff Hoffman as the shot was taken on the far side by number 9, Leidy Klotz, and Klotz has a pretty deadly shot. We saw that in warm-ups. As you could have put a couple paper plates up, and he was going to hit him from about 20 yards. That's how accurate that man is. Taken by California. Head ball taken by number 14, Zimiski. Zimiski gets it right back to Boltnar. Boltnar goes down the right side for Douglas. Douglas tumbles, and what's it going to be? It's going to be a corner kick for California. Because I think Douglas was able to play it off the defenders. Both he and number 8, Timothy Selvin, for the Riverhounds were tumbling to the ground. So it's going to be a corner kick for the Vulcans. Looks like McBride's going to take it. This is the second corner kick of the game for the Vulcans. Give and go between, look like Douglas and McBride. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. Gets it right back to Douglas. Douglas back to McBride. McBride centers it to Boltnar. Boltnar quickly is double-teamed. He's going to have to retreat a little bit. Goes down. Swings it around to the Vaquero. Vaquero plays it to the center.
That's a good ball in by Darren.
And it almost looked like Met and Douglas were thinking the same thing, as both of them were looking to go for that ball, and neither one were able to get to it. So good ball played by California, taken back by the Riverhounds. Riverhounds on offense. Played to the right side. It's going to be a foot race. Taken by California's Terlecki. Almost got to it, and he's going to end up taking it anyhow, as it was played weakly back by the Vulcans. Cruzy gets it back to De Palma. De Palma has him tackled, taken by Boltnar. And Boltnar, with a head full of steam, goes down the right side. Reverses field. Plays it ahead to Adderley. Adderley, a volley to Douglas. Goes over his head, and it's going to be headed away by Selvin. And quickly, Thomas Boltnar comes back for the Vulcans. Plays it through, and it's going to be taken back. Nice play there by Zimiski. Zimiski back to Met. Met struggling for it, gets to Boltnar. Boltnar at the top of the area, gives it away. Tackle is going to be taken by Cruzy. Nice sliding tackle by California, and it's going to be an infraction against the Vulcans, as they're going to call it against Brandon Neese. We're at the 52-minute mark here. 3-0 is the score. The Riverhounds lead our Vulcans, as we see two substitutions waiting to get into the game for the Vulcans. And Revio hands it right back to Katzma. Katzma will do the throw-in for the Riverhounds. Throws it in, goes down the right side. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to be California ball as it went off of the person of Leidy Klotz. And now we have two Vulcans coming into the game. Number 11, Todd Connolly, and number 15, Mike Potskin, as we see the replay. Vaquero able to get it off of Leidy Klotz, and the result is the throw-in. And who did they replace? They replaced Zimiski, and did you see the other Vulcan that went off the field? There he is, number 5.
Darren
Vaccaro. Gets a nice handshake from Coach Lasky as he takes a seat on the bench. Played by Met. Met goes far side for Adderley. Adderley unable to get it. Now it's a foot race between McBride. McBride comes up with it. McBride plays to Adderley. Adderley down the right side.
And it's a shot. Oh, that was just wide.
And that's what you were telling me earlier in the pre-games, that Nicholas Adderley can just flat out shoot a soccer ball.
Yeah, definitely he can shoot that ball, and that was a racket. If that was on target, the keeper would have some problems.
So he missed it. So we saw him miss one earlier in the game by about 1.5 feet. That long ball probably couldn't have missed by more than 5 feet. And I tell you what, the way he's playing, he's bound to get one before the final whistle here in this match. Goal kick taken by Wells. Wells plays it short, taken by Cruzy. Headed away. Kicked back to number 16. That's Kasma. Kasma plays it. It's going to be taken right by Patrico. Patrico playing an effective game at sweeper. Just as I say it, he kicks it out of bounds as him and Met. A little bit of miscommunication. Patrico now fighting down the sideline. It's going to be a throw-in once again for Angel Revillo. Actually, they're going to call it a kick. Revillo kicks it towards the goal, curves it. Header, played up in the air. It's a scramble for it, taken by Hoffman. Good play there by the keeper for California. Quickly back come the Vulcans. Boltnar, nice spinning play. Gets it back to center, taken by Iribarren. Iribarren plays it to the corner, chasing it down. Unable to chase it down, rather, was number 16, Jonhel Katzma, and it'll be a throw-in for the Vulcans. So Omar, early on in this first half, it's much like earlier on in the first half here, the second half, it's much like the beginning of the ball game. California doing a good job of controlling the tempo for the most part against the Riverhounds.
I think they started lapsing after a little bit.
We have a corner kick. Angel Revillo is going to take it. Sends it towards the goal. Header is up and over the goal. Hits the touchdown bell here at Cougar Stadium. It's going to be a goal kick for California. As I tell you what, that header had a lot of power behind it.
It's like a shot. And that's the way a header should be. Like a shot.
Long kick back in play. Going to be taken by the Vulcans. That's Nice. Nice plays it ahead to Adderley. Adderley tries to get it back to Met, but taken away by the Riverhounds. That's Katzma. Katzma controls, plays it to the center. Nice give and go between Katzma and Klotz. Going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Riverhounds. Quickly thrown back in to Bollinger. Bollinger back to Cruzy, being marked closely by Thomas Boltnar. Goes the far side to Klotz. Throws it down to the far side, taken nicely by Dakers. Dakers back to Boltnar, and Boltnar has it slide off his foot and out of bounds. It'll be another throw in for the Riverhounds. Back to action. 56-minute mark of the soccer game between the Vulcans and the Riverhounds. The Riverhounds lead our Vulcans 3-0. Met takes the pass on the far side and gets it back to Patrico, who will reset. Patrico volleys it out. Back out to Met. Met comes up with a loose ball as he's retreating a little bit. Nice play by Met to get by his defender. Met down the right side. Doing a good job down the near side. Kicks it away, trying to go to Adderley. Nothing doing. Met was falling down as he got that ball away. And this field is just deteriorating right before our eyes. Boltnar back to Met. Met goes down the near side and it'll skip out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Riverhounds. And Omar, if you're in this game, at this point in the ball game, what are you thinking? I mean, you're thinking your legs are burning. You're thinking, is this for real? Is this really the kind of conditions they're playing in?
No, that's not what I would be thinking. I would be thinking I got to score a couple goals because I got to get back into this game as soon as possible.
It's going to be look like there's a foul in the back called against Met of California. Be kicked in by the Riverhounds. Taken nicely by Nice. Gives it right back, though, to Katzma. Katzma plays up. Good job of, look like Lou Douglas fighting for it, and he'll be the recipient of a foul call, and it'll be California ball. Boltnar will do the kick for the Vulcans. Boltnar, the PSAC leading scorer. California had 4 players in the top 10 in the PSAC last season in scoring for Coach Dennis Lasky. Played far side to Dakers. Dakers crosses center field. So looked like a Vulcan went down there. Looked like Adderley was unable to hold his footing, went down. It's going to be a turnover for California on the far side. Gets it back to Cruzy. Cruzy, delicate little touch off of center. Goes down the field. Dakers doing a good job of getting in front of his man, and back on offense are the Vulcans. There's a push in the back as Adderley goes down again. He's holding his left knee, and that's something you don't want to see as he's a heck of a player. He's a sophomore, average 1.68
He'll be all right.
game.
He'll be getting up soon. Trust me. Shake it off and let's go, baby.
I tell you what, he was going into the, he's looking for a phone booth like Superman, going to put on his uniform and get back out there if Nick couldn't get back up. As Patrico is going to kick it in for California, back into play. Gets it down to Boltnar. Boltnar gets around his man quickly, trying to fire it. Gets it back out to McBride. Excuse me, that's not McBride, that's Poskin. Posman back out to Boltnar. Boltnar puts a shot wide of the net, and it'll be a goal kick
I'll tell
the
you, man,
Riverhounds.
Boltner is definitely having an off game tonight. He's always on target. All his shots are always on target. He's just having a bad game tonight.
We have 2 substitutions for California. Checking in the game is Brian Mutza. He's wearing number 13 tonight, and also number 19, Rob McGlasick. And they will check in for number 6, Brandon Neese. And who's the other Vulcan coming off? Nicholas Adderley.
Nicholas Adderley.
So we're going to get Nick a little bit of rest after went down hard at midfield. Be a goal kick for the Riverhounds. 59 minutes gone by in this match between the Riverhounds and the Vulcans. The Riverhounds lead 3-0. Cruzy gives it right back up to Boltnar. Boltnar quickly down the left side. Backs it back to Met. Met tries to go right back to Boltnar, but was tackled from behind and knocked out of bounds by Bollinger. And it'll be a throw in for the Vulcans. Met quickly out to Boltnar. Boltnar, a little bit of a misplayed ball. So there's a race for it. And there's going to be look like a tripping call called against the Riverhounds. Greg Dakers has seemingly been everywhere for the Vulcans during this ball game. He's been on the offensive end. He's on the defensive end. We see right here just a push in the back. No harm, no fouls. There's a turnover by California. Quickly back come the Riverhounds. Number 14, Angel Revio. Gets it out to, I believe that is Lady Klotz. Klotz down the left side. Keeps it in bounds. Fights for it down the left side. Goes to the corner. Taken by California. Good job of the Vulcans. And back they come, trying to get it out of their own end. Out to Potskin. Potskin.
That's Thomas right now.
Gets it to Boltnar. Boltnar playing hard right now for the Vulcans. Goes to Met. Met clear. Nothing called there. It's going to be a good play. Met trying to get by his man as it was a 2-on-1. And it's going to be taken by the Riverhounds. A little bit of miscommunication that time. Looked like on the side of the Vulcans. Double team between Met and Connolly out there for the Vulcans. First time we've called Connolly's name since he's been into the match. Cruzy playing an effective game for the Riverhounds as a substitute. He came on late in the first half. Gets it out to Bollinger. Bollinger holds. Fires it out to Revio. Right back to Katzma. Katzma plays it back. Sliding tackle attempt. Nothing doing. They're going to call a foul on Gamutska. Now that's going to be a yellow card for Mutza, and that'll be the first card we've seen in this ball game. And do you agree with the call? That should be a card. I've seen. Yeah, I think we
came with 2 foot. You know, his pegs are up in the air, and the referee have to call that because he don't want the other players to get injured.
So that's going to be a free kick now for the Riverhounds. We see right here.
See there, he came right up with the cleats. Right, he couldn't. Oh,
could have been a dangerous situation.
Could have been a dangerous situation for both players, not only the opponent.
Revio holds, looking for someone to come free. Goes to the corner, goes over the head of number 31, Cruzy. Cruzy fighting, and it's going to be a goal kick for California.
It's a foul kick for California because the guy fouled Joseph Petrarco.
So Patrico playing. Now you said this. A little bit of an unusual position for Joseph to be playing tonight.
Right. He's a center midfielder. I played 4 years with him. And he's always been a center midfielder. I don't know what's going on.
A little bit of the old switcheroo out there for Coach Lies. A little bit of gamesmanship out there.
But he's playing great. He's playing great back there.
Looks like he's been playing there all his life.
Huh?
Looks like he's been playing there all his life.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Back to action. Dakers on the far side. Going for it as there's a collision. It's going to be taken by Revio. Now played away by California. Knocked out of bounds. But it looked like number 13, Mutza. Quickly thrown back into play. As Connolly marking on the far side. Knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be another throw. And Riverhounds slowly as the trains are whipping through. Here's a shot. Long shot. Ooh. Hits the crossbar. Nothing doing. Taken. Kicked away. And a good defensive effort by California as that shot solidly hit the crossbar. And I tell you what,
that was a heck of a shot, man.
I'd like to see that again on replay, just to see how much that missed by. As it's going to be a corner kick for the Riverhounds, taken by number 14, Angel Revio. So we got a substitution coming back. Going into the game for the first time for the Vulcans. B.J. Wilson will go in
for Poskins.
There's the corner. Header knocked away. It's going to be controlled by the Riverhounds. It goes through the area. Tries to center it. Knocked off of a body, and that's going to be, I believe, another corner. So that's going to be corner coming from the other side. And I tell you what, this is something I don't think you want to see if you're a California fan. A team like the Riverhounds, that much talent out there, taking corner after corner. Eventually, the dam's going to burst.
Yeah.
It's taking the corner on the far side. It looks like Ira Barron centers it. Headers up, no good. Gonna be
another great save by the keeper, though.
I tell you what, Hoffman has played a pretty good ball game. Centered it, plays, shot, save made. It's going to trickle, and it's going to go into the net. Is that going to be a goal for the? Is that going to be a goal for the Riverhounds? No. I believe they're saying that's no goal. We're going to see it on replay. Tell us what you see over there, Omar.
The guy's coming in, a foul. There was a foul right there. So they're getting a foul kick right now. I'm telling you, the keeper been outstanding.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Hoffman last year he didn't play that much for the Vulcans.
He didn't play at all. He's a freshman.
He's playing like he's a fifth-year senior playing in the national
He's
championship.
a freshman.
Is he seeing shots?
I think he started this spring, straight out of high school.
And back come the Vulcans. Met trying to get the ball played, nothing doing. Taking it at midfield. Now B.J. Connolly trying to mark his man. Played right back up to Michael Apple in the game for the Riverhounds. And in the center, challenged by Hoffman. It's getting taken right back, and it's going to be a goal for the Riverhounds. As that time the defense just broke down for the Vulcans, and that's going to be the 4th goal for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And I'm trying to see the number of the truck. And that went into the garage. We see it on the replay.
You know what? I don't see Patrico in defense. I think he switched.
I believe you're right. He's up towards up towards midfield. As the goal is going to be scored by number 18, Dimitar Gorgieski. So that's the 4th goal. Vilkarn, Gorgieski, Welton, and Jamin Tripoli are the goal scorers for the Riverhounds. Ball played back in for California. Boltnar plays it across to Met. Met holds. Goes far side to Patrico. Joseph working on it. Goes in the center. As the Riverhounds control at midfield. Played down. Here comes Gorgieski again. There's a hard tackle down there by the Vulcans. That's going to be number 11. Todd Conley playing good defense as a hard tackle on Gorgieski as Gorgieski almost broke through for another goal. I tell you what, he hasn't been in the game that long, but he looks like he's been playing for the duration. His jersey's covered with mud, has mud in his hair.
Yeah.
Throwing for California. Kicked out. And it looks like, I'm not even sure who that is anymore. It looks like Jonel Katzma, his jersey's completely covered. Another throw for California. Taken by Boltnar. Boltnar weaves in and out of traffic. Goes across court to Dakers. Dakers crosses midfield. Plays it ahead. Played back. Looks like to McBride. McBride down to Dakers. Dakers tries to work down the right side. Dakers holds. Tries to center. Throws it right off of number 8 for the Riverhounds, Timothy Selvin. It'll be a throw in for the Vulcans. Vulcans still trying to work on cracking the safe, if you will, of goalkeeper Brian Wells. Not for lack of chances. They've had some excellent chances.
They had excellent chances. Just can't finish them. Just couldn't finish them at all.
Throw in taken by Boltnar. Kicked away. Good defense. As it seems like anywhere Boltnar goes, you're going to see 2 Riverhounds. They certainly did their homework on this one. Katzma almost left without the ball. Now he plays it ahead. Taken by number 9, Leidy Klotz. Klotz holds it. As we're at about the 64-minute mark of the 90-minute ball game. Back comes Patrico. Patrico, you were correct. He did switch. He's not back on the back line. Gives it right back. Taken by number 23, Terlecki. Terlecki working. Terlecki working, gets by the defender, shoots, and he finds the back of the net. And that'll be Nick Terlecki's first goal, and it'll be the 5th goal against the Vulcans to make it 5-0.
I'm telling you, right about now, I think California has gave up.
That is the second, if you will, breakaway goal scored against the Vulcans in about the last, what'd you say, about the last 5.5 minutes. We see on the replay, Terlecki just gets by the defender.
Slotted into the corner.
And Jeff Hoffman, there was nothing he could do. He did a good job just trying to get in possession for that, but Terlecki's shot was off before he was able to even get set. And so it's 5-0. Riverhounds in control of this game. Played back by Cruzy. Cruzy now back quickly as the Riverhounds are starting to find more and more openings in the California defense. Shot headed away by California. Taken by Gorieski. Fought for. Taken by Patrico. Patrico back on defense. Clears it for California. Now trying to get ahead of steam. So they're going to call a little bit of a push in the back. It'll be a kick for California. Met to Boltnar. Boltnar holds. Goes to the right. Goes across field and is going to kick it away. As I believe the rain has started here at Cougar Stadium. As we see the fans in the bleachers going for cover. And it's going to be a free kick for the Riverhounds. Going to be taken by number 14, Angel Revillo.
What's going on with the clock?
I'm not exactly sure. Is it? It's now reading 10:44. As we know, it's a lot further along in this game than 10:44. So we're getting the word that the clock stopped at 60, and it reset. So we're at about 71 minutes here in the ball game.
Okay.
There's a scramble for it in the center. Going to be taken by Boltnar. Back come the Vulcans quickly. Boltnar with a head of steam.
And a counter attack.
Gets it to Met. Met trying to get by, and there's a heavy collision out there between Kasma and Met, and it'll be a throw-in for California. So it'll be thrown in by number 18, Patrico. Patrico throws it in. Going to take it right back off the shin of Met. Patrico tries to go around the defender. Close marking by the defense of the Riverhounds. Try to play it in. Nothing doing. Kicked back out by the Riverhounds. And I tell you what, a flash of gray jersey right there. There's an odd man rush here for the Riverhounds. Unfortunately, though. Oh, that nice play. Nice give and go on the far side. And it's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Give to the center. Nice shot. The shot is up, and it is going to be a goal for the Riverhounds. That's the 6th goal of the ball game. And that's the 3rd straight break for the Riverhounds. Goal off of a break, I should say. And who scored the goal? Waiting for him to turn around. Looks like it's number 14. That's Angel Revillo. Yeah. And that, as you see right there, nice give and go. Revillo.
Just slotted in the corner again. Perfectly done.
I tell you what, it's dark out here, but as soon as he got that pass, his eyes lit up.
Yeah.
Like it was Christmas morning, as there was pretty much nothing Hoffman could do. He was handcuffed from the get-go. 6-0 is your score at the 72.5-minute mark between the Vulcans and the Riverhounds. Played now by McDavid. McDavid to Boltnar. Boltnar tries to go on the right side. And if you could just look at this field, Omar, looks like a couple tractor trailers went through here.
It got a shellacking.
I mean, it was. I'm not lying to you. It was green whenever we got here. It's now like a dirty brown gray, if you will. So Revillo now playing, as we see just the water welling up on our screen right there, almost playing in a marsh. And California's used to practicing in these conditions. There's not a lot of drainage up at the farm, if I'm correct, on this practice field sometimes.
It's the water runs off the hill on the college field. I think you talked about what renovations are going to be done to the fields at halftime. After that's done, all the drainage and everything will be good, and you could be playing on those fields within half an hour of after a thunderstorm or something.
Big collision at midfield between the Vulcans. Looked like 19 McGlasick, and I didn't see who he tangled with for the Riverhounds. Now, what's the advantage? I mean, difference playing on turf in this kind of weather and in this wet damp? I imagine it's a lot faster, but how's the footing compare on turf in the wet weather like this? It's a lot better?
It's a lot better.
Now, if you had your druthers, what would you rather play on day in and day out? Would you rather play on turf or would you rather play on the natural grass?
I'd rather play on the turf because I'm faster.
Spoken like a true scorer. You talk to a defender and he says, "Oh, I got to play on some wet grass every day, trying to slow those guys down." Omar's like, "Man, give me concrete."
No, I think it's more advantageous to the forward when it's wet than it is to the defenders.
Because you know which way you're going.
Right. The defenders are at a disadvantage because they don't know which way I'm going.
And there goes number 3.
Another breakaway.
There's got a breakaway.
Well done.
Good job by Mark Schmidt into the game for the Vulcans. Coming back, gets it back to Patrico, breaking up the breakaways. That could have been the backbreaker, making it 7-0. Right now, California just wants to try and keep it at 6. Maybe trying to get 1 or 2 goals coming down the stretch.
Yeah, they have 15 minutes in which to do that.
Throw in. Going to be taken away. Hoffman. Oh, Hoffman coming out and challenging nicely. Just gobbles it up like some Easter candy and gets it out to Boltnar. Boltnar slowing the tempo down just a little bit. Switches direction. Goes between 2 defenders. Nice give, trying to get it to Adderley back in the game for the Vulcans. Nice takeaway by number 26, David Wright. Revio gets it right back to Bollinger. Bollinger to Revio. Revio gets right by, nice move. Goes to the top, fires, gets through. Hoffman. Hoffman doing a good job of recovering and saves the day for California. That's a good sign to see. The ball got by him. He didn't give up. He just kept. We see it right here on the replay.
Well, the ball's wet. That's going to happen 9 out of 10 times. All you got to do is just make sure you get behind your body behind the ball. On a wet surface like this. Oh. And California's on a break. Ooh.
Takers had a man streaking. That was Boltnar. Played nicely
by Turek.
Back come the Hounds. Ball's played to the far side. Good job of marking for California. Gets it back out. Can't quite see who's out there. Looks like number 22. That's McDavid. Which knocks it out of bounds. McDavid getting a little bit of a break now back into the ball game. Throw in for the Riverhounds. We're at the 76-minute mark. About 14 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Ball played in the center. Far side for the Riverhounds. Centered, shot, long, and it's a goal for the Riverhounds. That's a pretty little shot.
That's a marvelous goal. At the angle of which he was, that was a marvelous goal.
I tell you what, from the angle he shot that off, he couldn't have seen both goalposts. It probably looked like a straight line.
Right.
Doing a good job of just curving in. And let's see if we can see who that Riverhound was. And watch this. Just talk about the touch that takes. As we're waiting for word for the official goals, it's 7-0 at the 77-minute mark. California will kick it back in. There's a substitution. McDavid checks out. So he's played a pretty good ball game. Talking with Coach Lasky on the sideline. Ball played through Boltnar, holding. Looking to the right. Gets it out to Adderley. And the goal was scored by Lighty Klotz. That's his first. So we have 7 goals, all scored by 7 different Riverhounds. And the Riverhounds have definitely broke out of the pound here in the second half. It was a 3-0 game going into halftime. They've scored 4 in the span of about 24, 25 minutes. And they've taken complete control. California, though, to their credit, not giving up. They're still fighting and battling for every inch of that pitch. Adderley trying to go far side, a little too strong, rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. And at this stage of the game, it's almost useless to try and call out the numbers for the Riverhounds. That gray with the mud is just nightmare on my ailing eyesight. Ball played down the right side. Marked closely by California's Boltnar. Boltnar giving a little bit of a challenge. Now taken by Cruzy. Cruzy at midfield. Going down to the right side. Gets it out to Terlecki. Terlecki going down the right side. Long ball played for the Riverhounds. Knocked out of bounds. Looked like Patrico. And that's going to be Jonel Katzma who went out for it. That's going to be a corner kick. Gets it out to Revio. Revio holds, centers it. Headed up in the air by California. Revio goes back to gobble it up to Katzma. Katzma goes to his left, looking to penetrate. Now a quick shot, taken and gobbled up by Hoffman. At the 79-minute mark, we're about 11 minutes. We're about 11 minutes to go before the end of this ball game. And coming up after the game, during our post game, we've just been informed that we're going to be able to interview head coach Dennis Lasky of the California Vulcans for his views of the ball game. And Patrico is going to kick it back into play for the Vulcans. Played out there by Boltnar. Boltnar, heavy contact. Tries to go to the right side to number 2, Nick Persich. Nothing doing as it goes out of bounds. It'll be another throw in for the Riverhounds. 10 minutes left to go here from Cougar Stadium on the shores of the Monongahela River. It's going to be taken out there by number 16, Katzma. Katzma fighting for it, gets it out to Revio. Revio, nice footwork there to get free of Zamiski. Revio now, looking for some room. Goes to the center. Heavy contact taken by Patrico. Patrico fighting for everything he has out there. Revio coming from behind. Tipped away, going to be taken by Revio, and that's going to be an offsides play against the Riverhounds. I tell you what, Patrico, man, he is really fighting there against two guys doing his best to hold his own.
Hey, he's having a great game. He's having a great game.
Patrico goes far side to Dakers. Dakers looking for Maglasic. Gets it back to Patrico. Patrico almost has it taken away by Cruzy. Now this ball is centered to Adderley. Adderley tripped up heavily at midfield. And it's going to be taken by the Riverhounds. Back come the Riverhounds. Now there's heavy contact, and that's nothing called. There's a little bit of a shoving match going on the field. Nothing called. I'm actually surprised they let that go. That might have even been a penalty in a football field. Riverhounds control. Long shot taken. It's going to be wide of the goal, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Vulcans at the 81-minute mark. As there's a substitution now for California checking into the game. Back into the game, Brian Mutza. And also number 16, Neil Betton. And number 17, Nick Stover. So it looks like Coach Lasky getting all of his players in. That's good to see. Get everybody in, say they played against the pretty tough competition in the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. It's going to be a goal kick for California, going to be taken by Hoffman. Gets out to Patrico. 8 minutes left to go in this matchup. Ball played, taken by Boltnar. Boltnar fighting off of a heavy mark there by, looked like it was Katzma. Struggling for it. Taken by California. That's Dakers. Dakers working for some room. Tries to center it to Boltnar. Boltnar unable to control as it goes through, and it's going to be taken by the keeper, Wells. Wells gets it quickly back out. Centers it. As now the Riverhounds approach midfield, going long. Nice kick, and there's going to be a chase. Good job by Patrico to fight back Ainhill Revio, and it's going to be, I believe, what did they call there? Was that a foul? Or is that a
foul on Ainhill Rivera.
Is now checking in the games we said. Nick Stover finally gets in. He's going to check it in place of number 20, Mark Schmidt. So by my roster, it looks like everybody's gotten to the game except keeper Matt Everett. And to be honest with you, I don't even see. I'm not sure if I see him on the bench.
Yeah, he's on the bench. He's right there, number 23.
Okay. Taken by Iribarren. Iribarren gets it back to Wells. Wells back out to Iribarren. Iribarren goes to the far side. Cleared. Nice clearing pass. Broken up by Boltnar. Boltnar coming in for it. Controls. 7 minutes left to go. Boltnar spits it out. Going to be a nice volley taken by Iribero. Out to Cruzy. Cruzy holds. A nice try down the right side, but it's going to be taken back by California. Played back to Patrico. Patrico resets with about 6 minutes left to go in the match. If you're just joining us, the score is 7-0. The Riverhounds leading our Vulcans. But I know it's a cliche, and it's an overused cliche sometimes in sports, but this game has been a lot closer than the score has indicated. Ball kicked out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Riverhounds. About the first 10 minutes of the ball game, California actually really controlled the tempo, but the Riverhounds able to get their bearings on this wet and soggy field and have been able to pretty much distance themselves here in this ball game.
Yeah, at that level, you should be able to do all that.
And watching this game, Omar, I mean, Riverhounds, I think they have 6 more exhibition games before they open up the regular season. How do they look so far for playing only their second, third exhibition game of the preseason?
Well, they look pretty good.
Cruzy, shot wide of the net, and he just missed the post.
He was wide open for that one.
So it's going to be a goal kick for California. On the other hand, going into next season, California, after finishing second with a pretty young team last year in the PSAC, and they actually played pretty tough against East Stroudsburg. What's the outlook next season for the Vulcans?
They look pretty good, and I really think, as we were talking about before the pregame, they're going to be a little bit to contend with. They want to play East Stroudsburg again, and I hope they do.
It wouldn't be something to get East Stroudsburg in the final back at our place this time instead of traveling across the state to the wilds of East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Played now by California. Mutsa gets it back, hard plays. He's trying to get free. A lot of contact. They're going to call Mutsa with a. Actually, no. Mutsa took the foul. It's going to be a kick for California. So California has about 4 minutes left to try and crack that goose egg that's on the scoreboard. Played by Benton. Benton gets it out to Stover. Stover gives it away to Katzma. Katzma back to Cruzy. Played far down to Revio. Revio trying to give chase. Going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for California. Patrico will take the throw-in for the Vulcans. Gets it out to Stover. Stover back to Patrico. Patrico back to Stover. Stover holding. Centers it. Gets it out to number 7, Dakers. Dakers holds. Looking for some action down the right side. Tries to clear it, but it's going to be taken by the Hounds. And here come the Riverhounds. There's a little bit of contact, and I don't know who they're going to get. They could have got a host of Vulcans. I think they're going to say Nicholas Adderley was the one who did the pushing in the back. So we're at the 87-minute mark. The Riverhounds 7, the Vulcans 0. Riverhounds once again on the attack. Kick to Revio. Revio, little chip shot, gets out to Matza. Nice diving save by Hoffman. As the ball still is in play, and it looks like, who's that down there? It looks like you got a kick in the head. Is that Joseph, or is that
McGlissick?
That's McGlissick. Hoffman that time looked like he was shot out of a cannon to make that save. He came out of a host of players and just did a good job of gobbling up that save. Giveaway now for the Vulcans. Revio going down the right side, being marked heavily by, looks like McGlissick. Reverses his field, centers it. Shot is up, and a nice save once again by Hoffman. And the freshman is playing well beyond his years, despite the 7-goal tally. Boltnar down the right side to Daker. Centers it, back to Dakers. Nice give and go. Here come the Vulcans. Going down the right side. Heavy contact. Bursic fighting for it down the far side. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Riverhound ball. And it'll be a throw-in, or will it be a kick? Not quite sure.
It's a kick.
It's going to be a kick. About a minute and a half left to go of regulation time here in this exhibition game between the Vulcans and the Riverhounds. Ball played up by the Riverhounds. Revio trying to take the pass. Going to be taken nicely by Stover. Stover gets it back to Patrico. Patrico holding. We're at the 88.5-minute mark. Patrico goes to the far side to Dakers. Dakers holding at midfield. Goes to his right. Now he finds a little bit of a seam. Goes by, gets it right back to number 2, Bursic. Bursic plays it Down to, is that Boltnar? Yeah, gets to Boltnar. Nothing doing. Boltnar now gets free. Going to try and take a shot. The shot is up. It hit a Riverhound. Wedged right out of there as we're at the last minute of play. And I tell you what, that's pretty much been the story of this ballgame. California getting the chances, just not able to capitalize. The Riverhounds back. Rivero giving chase, nothing doing. He's going to be taken back to Katzma. Katzma holding. Going right by. Goes out to Cruzy. Cruzy holding with 30 seconds left to go in the match. They announced the attendance. Almost 1,000 people in attendance this evening. Good sized crowd.
Good sized crowd.
Dakers gets out to Boltnar. Boltnar trying to go ahead. And I think that's going to be either an offside. No, they're pointing in California's favor. It's going to be a kick for California. Boltnar kicks it back into play. Cleared down to the center.
I guess that's it.
And that's going to be Wells taking it on a short hop. There's about 5 seconds on the scoreboard, and I don't think there was any time. 4, 3, a little bit of time added on. And that's going to do it as there's the final whistle. Your final score here in this exhibition match between the Vulcans and the Riverhounds. The Riverhounds 7 and the California Vulcans nothing. And Omar, tough game, tough pill to swallow for California, but all in all, they played pretty well against
It's a good experience for these guys. It's a good experience.
And we're gonna send it to break. We're gonna be back after the break to interview Coach Lasky. Hopefully, if he got our message, and we're back to wrap it up. Once again, your final score 7-0. You're watching California Vulcan Soccer on CUTV.
I see a little silhouette of a can. Mountain Dew, time to do the slam dunk go. Citrus taste and quenching, very, very exciting me. Here we go.
Ace Hardware and Grindstone is the place where you'll find the helpful hardware, folks. When it comes to home and vehicle maintenance, it helps to have the right tools for the project, and Ace Hardware is just the place to find those tools. Plumbing, paint, electrical, power tools. The friendly people at Ace Hardware and Grindstone are here to help you find that tool, so you can get on with that project. Ace Hardware, Route 40 East in Grindstone. Everything you need in just one place.
With every change in life comes a wealth of opportunities. But to seize those opportunities, you sometimes need a partner, like National City. Tell us where you want to go. Share with us the goals you want to achieve. Then let National City provide you with the home equity loans, car loans, and investment opportunities to make them happen. National City. Follow your own lead.
As the new semester dawns, it dawns on you you'll need textbooks. Well, yeah, unfortunately, you are not alone. But this is college. There are no lines in college. College is for thinking. You realize eFollett, the world's largest provider of new and used college textbooks, is standing by, just waiting to take your order and deliver it to your door. People, get out of line. eFollett.com. New and used college textbooks.
And welcome back to Cougar Field, a muddy Cougar Field as it is, with the final score between the Riverhounds and the Vulcans. Riverhounds 7, the Vulcans, the Big Goose Egg. I'm joined here by the head coach of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And Coach, pretty impressive display out there by your team.
Well, it's pretty tough conditions, but we try to take advantage every minute we get to play, because we got a lot of players who haven't played together. So it's good to see we were able to get some goals out there.
Were there any surprises out there, either on your team or on the Vulcans, that surprised you, that stood out in your mind during this ballgame?
Not really. I think all in all we're able to put together a pretty decent team, even though the conditions weren't the best possible. So that was one of the things we wanted to make sure that take it a little easier and careful that nobody gets hurt, because it was pretty wet and muddy. So when you think about the conditions, we're pretty happy with the outcome.
During this exhibition season, so far in the first 2 games, over last year's Riverhound club, how much improvement or have you seen with the players?
Well, I can't speak too much about last year. So I mean, I've had this. This is our second week of the training camp, so we're just taking one day at a time. And like I said, there's a lot of guys I need to take a look at, and the old ones and new ones. So every game is very important, and therefore our guys, I mean, they need to play 90 minutes, and for some of them their job's on the line. So therefore, I mean, it was a good opportunity for us to get 90 minutes in, and we played last night, and go back and then work tomorrow afternoon. So there's no real rest, and every practice is important for me. So I get to either, it's deciding jobs for some of these guys, and also combinations, who's going to play with who, and get familiar with each other. So these are all very important minutes.
Okay, thanks again, Coach. Great game.
Great
game out there. Good luck to you in the season. We're going to bring in head coach Lasky for the California Vulcans. Coach, good game out there.
Thank you.
Tough outcome.
It was good. I mean, it was a fair outcome, I would say. That is a professional team. I mean, they are very good. I've watched them the last 3 seasons, home and away. I've traveled with them, and I've attended their sessions. They've even trained at California University, and they are very strong. This is the strongest that I've seen them. Kai has only been here for a short period of time, and they've put together a pretty good crew of players, and I think they're on the way to having a very successful season. And I was proud of my players. I mean, the first half we played well, and we had our chances, but they were good. I mean, it wasn't nothing wrong with the outcome. We let everybody have the opportunity to play. All of our freshmen gained valuable experience. That's why in our off season that we play a lot of the games that provide us with this type of competition. So it's an honor for our kids. They'll never forget this, having the opportunity to play against a professional team. Obviously, you like to see a better result and score some goals, but that's not our main purpose for this. We will learn from this, and I'm sure that you will hear of us in the upcoming season, which begins once again in September. So
you talked about the play of your freshmen. Absolutely, one of the positives of this game was the play of your freshman goalkeeper Hoffman. I thought he played, despite the score. I thought he played very well and had some outstanding saves out there.
That is actually Jeff's first game playing for a college team, and our previous keeper Seth Shaw, who was All-State the last 2 years in the PSAC, signed with the Minnesota Thunder in the A-League. They do not play Pittsburgh, but he's in the Midwest Conference. So that was a tremendous loss for us. And Jeff showed a lot of courage to even be able to step out there and do that, go against this professional team. And I thought he did well. I really did, So, I was pleased with him. And the other freshmen as well, too. Boltnar did some good things. Lou Douglas and Nick Adlery both had great chances on top to score. And overall, Greg Dakers in the back, our number 7 outside back, played a heck of a game, and Boltnar really did. Inside midfield, he was tremendous. People don't understand how tough it is to play against those guys, but they are very physically mature, and they've seen a lot of the tricks, and they know the game pretty well. So it was a good experience for us. We're optimistic that it will help us down the road.
Thanks a lot, Coach. I know you want to get back to your team after this game. Congratulations, and good luck next season. That's going to about wrap it up here from Cougar Stadium. For Omar McPherson, I'm Gary Smith. Once again, the final score, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds 7 and the California Vulcans 0. Thanks for watching, and have a pleasant evening.